Hey everyone, welcome to Tennis Moves. My name is Mark and this is my new YouTube tennis channel. What is Tennis Moves? Tennis Moves is simply a place for me to share and document my reviews of tennis rackets with you. I've recently been in the market for a new tennis racket after a super long hiatus from the sport, and I've just been having a ton of fun trying out new rackets, experimenting and comparing. So not only is this going to be reviews of the newest and latest release rackets, but also a lot of reviews of the older classic rackets, the rackets that I grew up playing in the 80s and 90s. Pete Sampras Original Prostaff, Head Prestige line, Prince Original Graphite. The rackets where when you go to the tennis forums have hundreds of pages of responses and a cult following. And I believe this is due to something, they have a sort of magic about them. Just a feeling that in my mind hasn't been replicated and can't be replicated. I don't know if this is because of the materials, how they were made, the process used, but that's what I'm looking for, is to find a newer racket that can come close to the feeling of an older racket, but also improves upon it with some of the weaknesses that those rackets had. They had small sweet spots. They maybe weren't as stable around the edges. They weren't as comfortable on the arm, arguably, maybe not. But yeah, that's where I'm going with this channel. It's going to be new racket reviews, old racket reviews, and it's going to be my honest opinion. And it's also very subjective. I think that, what one person likes, another person might hate, and that's okay. That's great. I'm just going to tell you what I think of it and share my experiences, and hopefully that helps some people out. Now, what is my experience in tennis? Grew up playing tennis as long as I can remember. I lived close to a park with tennis courts and lived by those courts my whole life. Played, traveled around to tournaments as a younger kid, and then played in high school all 4 years. I don't know what my rating is nowadays. I don't compete. I hope to compete, but I'd say maybe a 4.0. I joke that I'm a California 3.5. I'm from South Dakota originally, so I feel the competition there was not nearly as fierce as what is in California. So yeah, maybe on a good day I'm a 4.0. I don't know. So take that for what it's worth. I love reviewing rackets. I have a lot in store. You can see around here some of the rackets. There's a Yonex V-Core Pro 97D. There's a Angell TC 95 Custom. I had that built to what I thought would be the perfect racket, so we'll see how that fares. There is the original Pete Sampras Prostaff somewhere in here. There's a Head Prestige Youtek Mid, and also a Donnay Pro Cynetic, the original. So that's some of what we have in store. I'll keep demoing rackets and keep, what I hope to do also is compare rackets that are kind of on far ends of the spectrum from each other. When I was looking for reviews on rackets, I see a lot of this racket compared to last year's model, or control rackets compared to control rackets. So what I want to do is kind of a round robin sort of thing, where I might control racket with a power racket, or a spin racket, or a beginner's racket to a very demanding racket. And yeah, some round robins. I'll tell you what I think. I could very well be wrong. I haven't played in 20 years consistently. I don't even have proper tennis gear. I play in running shoes right now. But then, yeah, and then hopefully from there, I don't know much about strings either. I would just play with whatever my coach told me to play with and get them restrung, I don't know, once a month. So that's somewhere I hope to branch off into. And then gear, equipment, maybe clothing. Obviously, I need some tennis clothes as well. So yeah, really looking forward to putting some reviews out there and also hearing your opinions and comments on what I say. Please tell me if I'm absolutely off base or wrong. I'm in this just to share my experiences. I'm in this to learn. I'm in this to get better and hopefully have a good time while we're at it. So thank you for coming and being a part of this. I look forward to lots of tennis in the future, and welcome to Tennis Moves.